Nobody expected a single moment on a glittering stage to completely change the internet. Not the fans. Not the reporters. Not even Sue Kai himself. 1 second, the Global Entertainment Awards ceremony was proceeding exactly as planned. The next second, Tan Songyun did something so unexpected that millions of people around the world could not stop talking about it. She walked directly toward Sue Kai. She looked into his eyes. Then she kissed him. For several seconds, the entire arena forgot how to breathe. And what happened afterward became one of the most talked about moments in entertainment history. Stay with this story until the end because the truth behind that kiss was far more emotional than anyone could have imagined. The city sparkled with lights. Luxury cars lined the entrance of the Grand Event Center. The biggest stars from around the world had gathered under one roof. Reporters stood behind barriers. Fans screamed every time another celebrity stepped onto the red carpet. Inside the venue, everything looked magnificent. Golden lights covered the ceiling. Flowers decorated every corner. Massive screens displayed the names of award nominees. The atmosphere felt magical. Sue Kai arrived early. He wore a black suit and greeted everyone with his usual smile. Reporters immediately surrounded him. One question after another filled the air. Are you excited tonight? Who are you looking forward to meeting? Do you have any new projects coming soon? He answered politely and made his way inside. But what nobody knew was that he seemed unusually nervous. Several times he looked toward the entrance, almost as though he was waiting for someone. Then it happened. The doors opened again. Tan Songyun appeared. The entire venue suddenly became louder. She looked stunning. Her elegant gown reflected the golden lights around her. Even the reporters seemed speechless for a moment. Then camera flashes exploded everywhere. Sue Kai looked up. The moment he saw her, his expression changed completely. A smile appeared that he could not hide. One of the photographers noticed immediately. Look at his face. Another photographer laughed. He looks happier than everyone else tonight. Tan Songyun slowly walked through the entrance. Then she noticed him. Their eyes met. For several seconds, the crowd seemed to disappear. Then she smiled. The entire internet would later replay that exact moment thousands of times. Because something about the way they looked at each other felt different, warmer, more meaningful. As the evening continued, both stars took their seats. Coincidentally, they ended up sitting near each other. Fans inside the venue became excited. Every small interaction suddenly became important. Whenever Sue Kai laughed, she smiled. Whenever she spoke, he listened carefully. Several people sitting nearby started whispering. They really understand each other. Their chemistry is unbelievable. Hours passed. The awards ceremony continued. Then the host made an unexpected announcement. The next award celebrates unforgettable on-screen partnerships. The audience applauded. Large images appeared on the screens. Several famous pairs were nominated. Among them were Sue Kai and Tan Songyun. The crowd became louder. The host smiled. And the winner is... A dramatic pause followed. Then the announcement echoed through the arena. Sue Kai and Tan Songyun. The audience exploded. People stood and applauded. Both stars looked completely surprised. Sue Kai turned toward Tan Songyun. She looked equally shocked. Then they laughed. They stood and walked toward the stage together. Nobody knew that this was the beginning of a moment that would soon become legendary. The host handed them the award. You two have captured the hearts of millions of fans. The audience applauded once again. Sue Kai accepted the trophy. Then he looked at Tan Songyun. She looked emotional. The host smiled. Would either of you like to say something? Sue Kai spoke first. I want to thank everyone who supported us. This award belongs to the fans. Without you, we would not be standing here. The audience cheered. Then the microphone was handed to Tan Songyun. She looked toward the crowd. Then she looked at Sue Kai. For several seconds, she said nothing. The entire arena became quiet. Finally, she spoke. Some people enter your life and make every difficult moment easier. The audience listened carefully. She continued. Some people become your greatest source of laughter, your greatest support, your favorite memory. Sue Kai looked surprised. Nobody knew where her speech was going. Then she looked directly at him. Thank you for always making me smile. The audience reacted immediately. Many people began clapping. Some even looked emotional. Then something unexpected happened. Tan Songyun suddenly took a step toward him. Then another. Kai looked confused. She stood directly in front of him. For one long second, neither of them moved. Then she gently placed her hand on his shoulder. The entire arena fell silent. Nobody could believe what was happening. And, before anyone could react, she kissed him. The room exploded. Some people stood up. Others covered their mouths in shock. Several cameras nearly fell because photographers were trying to capture the moment. Kai looked completely frozen. Tan Songyun stepped back. She looked nervous. Then she smiled. The audience erupted into cheers. Some people laughed. Others screamed. The host could barely speak. This is definitely a moment nobody will forget. Kai still looked stunned. Finally, he laughed. Then he looked at her. You really know how to surprise people. The audience laughed again. Tan Songyun looked embarrassed. I suppose I do. What happened next made the moment even more unforgettable. Kai gently took her hand. The audience became louder. He looked directly into her eyes. Then he smiled. Thank you for making tonight unforgettable. The entire arena erupted once again. By the time the ceremony ended, the internet had already exploded. Videos of the kiss appeared everywhere. Millions of people watched the clip. Millions more shared it. Comments flooded every social media platform. This is the sweetest moment ever. Their chemistry is unreal. Nobody saw this coming. The kiss became the biggest entertainment story of the year. But nobody knew the real reason behind it. Because later that night, when the cameras were finally gone, Tan Songyun would reveal a secret that would make the entire story even more emotional. Later that night, the celebration finally ended. The lights inside the venue grew dim. Most of the guests had already left. Kai and Tan Songyun stood alone on a quiet balcony overlooking the city. Neither of them spoke for several seconds. Finally, Kai looked at her. I think the entire world wants to know why you kissed me. She laughed nervously. I know. Then she became serious. I did it because I was tired. He looked confused. Tired of what? She looked at the city lights. Tired of pretending that you are just another friend. The words caught him completely by surprise. She took a deep breath. Do you know why I thanked you on stage? He slowly shook his head. Because during some of the hardest moments in my life, you were always there. When I was exhausted, you made me laugh. When I doubted myself, you encouraged me. When I felt alone, you stayed beside me. She looked at him. And somewhere along the way, I realized I had fallen in love with you. Kai looked completely speechless. Tears appeared in her eyes. I thought I could keep it a secret forever. But when we won that award tonight, and I looked at you standing beside me, I suddenly felt that if I stayed silent, I would regret it for the rest of my life. The night became quiet. For several seconds, he said nothing. Then he smiled. A very soft smile. You know something? She looked at him nervously. What? I have been waiting for you to say that for a very long time. Her eyes widened. You what? He laughed softly. I fell for you a long time ago too. She stared at him. I just never had the courage to tell you. Tears immediately filled her eyes again. Are you serious? He nodded. Completely serious. She suddenly laughed through her tears. I cannot believe this. Neither can I. For a moment they simply looked at each other. Then Kai gently held her hands. The whole world is probably talking about us right now. She laughed. Definitely. Then he smiled. Let them talk. Because tonight something beautiful happened. She looked at him. What? We finally told each other the truth. A tear rolled down her cheek. Then he gently wiped it away. No more hiding. No more pretending. She smiled. No more pretending. The city lights sparkled behind them. And beneath the quiet night sky, Kai slowly pulled her into a warm embrace. For the first time that evening there were no cameras. No reporters. No audience. Just two people finally admitting what their hearts had known all along. The next morning the internet was still celebrating the kiss. But nobody knew that the greatest moment had happened after the cameras stopped rolling. Because what began as a shocking kiss on a global stage ended with something much more beautiful. A confession. A promise. And the beginning of a love story neither of them would ever forget.